May I help you?
Mr. Randall, to see Mr. Diamond.
I'm sorry, Mr. Diamond is unavailable just now.
He's available. To me. Excuse me.
But, sir...
You're David Pascal's man.
That's right.
Look, I don't like Shylocks coming to my home and squeezing me.
He just wants the money, Yoey.
Gambling debts aren't legal obligations in this state. Or any place else.
I'm not a lawyer.
Throw him out!
Get the money, Diamond.
The briefcase stays here.
You want it, huh? Here.
I'm gonna break your face.
You have a nice day, too.
Mr. Randall, by now you know that my network is inescapable. Therefore, be reasonable, sir. Bring me the girl. If not, you saw what happened to David and his father.
Let's go.
Hey, wait. Easy.
Who's that guy?
I'm gonna check him out. Hey, soldier, I'm talking to you. This is the exec. Stupid son of a...
You killed a lot of good people, old man.
Kill him!
The story begins with Josh Randall, a former U.S. Army soldier who now works as a debt collector and head of security for the Lucky Dragon Casino in Hong Kong. He travels to Los Angeles to recover $114,000 owed to his employer named David Pascal by a wealthy gambler.
You're David Pascal's man.
That's right.
Look, I don't like Shylocks coming to my home and squeezing me.
He just wants the money, Yoey.
During the meeting, the gambler racially insults Pascal and even orders his bodyguard to throw Josh out.
Oh, my best hat.
Josh responds decisively, brutally subduing the guard before forcing the gambler to pay the debt in full.
Here, keep the change.
After the collection, Josh flies back to Hong Kong. Upon arrival, he reports to the Lucky Dragon Casino and hands over the recovered money to David. David then asks Josh to deal with a dishonest dealer who has been skimming casino profits.
Now drop your pants.
You heard him, Kyle.
Give me the rest.
David fires the man and humiliates him by forcing him to leave the casino without his pants, warning that he is lucky not to have his hands broken. Josh finds the punishment excessive and unsettling.
You were pretty rough on him, Dave.
I enforce the rules.
But you seem to enjoy it.
After work, Josh visits Sam Pascal, David's father and an old friend. The two reminisce about the past, but the conversation turns serious when Sam confides that he senses something is wrong with David and the casino.
I wish I could tell you, Sam. I really don't know.
Josh admits that David has not shared much with him and that he is unaware of what is really going on. Later in the afternoon, Josh returns to his houseboat in Aberdeen Harbor, where he spends some quiet time with his beautiful blonde girlfriend. A few hours later, he is called back to the Lucky Dragon just in time to stop an attempted robbery. Josh viciously beats the attackers and arrests some of them, though several manage to escape.
The bastards are just playing keep away.
That evening, Sam invites Josh to David's home to watch a soccer match together. During the gathering, David reveals that a rival casino owner, Stan Ramondy, has proposed a business merger and believes Sam should hear him out. Sam strongly rejects the idea, insisting that the Lucky Dragon is his life's work and that he has no interest in merging with Ramondy. David presses the issue, urging his father to at least listen, and suggests that they visit Ramondy's restaurant and casino after the game. Sam explains that Ramondy is a well-known mobster who runs a Triad-backed syndicate called Osiris, which extorts protection money from businesses across Hong Kong. Realizing that his son is not equipped to handle such a threat, Sam decides to shield David and his employees from becoming direct targets. He therefore agrees to step in and deal with the situation himself. Ramondy praises Josh, saying he has heard impressive things about him, and even offers him a job.
Thanks, but no thanks. No is a word that I am unaccustomed to hearing.
When Josh declines, Ramondy asks him to wait outside in the casino. He then gets straight to business, telling Sam that times are changing and that the Lucky Dragon Casino should operate under Osiris protection.
Lucky Dragon is my club. It's my reputation.
Dad?
Sam angrily rejects the proposal, calling it a joke and storming out.
You had better talk some sense into him.
While waiting outside, Josh clashes with Ramondy's massive bodyguard after the man slaps a waitress. The confrontation nearly turns violent until Ramondy orders his men to stand down.
You idiot. Not here.
On the drive home, David finally confesses to his father that they are nearly bankrupt. He admits he gambled almost all of the casino's earnings on a soccer match and lost everything.
You crazy?
With no money left, David believes they have no choice but to accept Ramondy's offer. Sam is furious and warns David that if he does not straighten out, he will be removed from the family business. When they reach the Pascal home, David asks Josh to leave and return later, fearing trouble after Ramondy threatened to kill Sam if they refused his proposal. Later that night, Josh returns, only to discover that Sam and David have been brutally murdered. Assassins attempt to kill Josh as well, but he manages to escape. With Sam and David dead, Sam's daughter named Joy becomes the sole owner of the Lucky Dragon Casino. Knowing she is also in danger, Josh goes to her apartment and breaks the devastating news.
Dave and your father were killed an hour ago. Murdered.
He then takes her to his houseboat to keep her safe before contacting the police. He leaves Joy in the care of his girlfriend and steps out, but is soon intercepted and arrested by 2 police detectives.
May I see some identification, please? Joshua Heron. That's a funny name for a cowboy. I'm taking you in.
One sadistic officer beats and humiliates Josh, attempting to pin the murders on him by claiming he was seen leaving the crime scene that night.
You are my #1 suspect, cowboy. Let's go, cowboy.
Bend over, mate. Spread your cheek.
After a degrading strip search and no solid evidence, the police are forced to release him. Josh visits his old Vietnam War friend Leroy Nicely, who runs a warehouse business. Josh obtains weapons and ammunition, determined to avenge his friends. Leroy warns him that Hong Kong is not Vietnam, but Josh insists he can handle the situation. He asks Leroy one favor, to hide Joy and his girlfriend at his place for safety, to which Leroy agrees. On the way back, Josh notices the corrupt police detective tailing him.
Sick. Very sick.
He ambushes the cop and delivers payback for the earlier beating. Josh then gathers Joy and his girlfriend and attempts to move them to Leroy's hideout. The plan proves difficult, as a large American escorting 2 women attracts attention.
Easy.
After several brutal street fights, Josh finally delivers them safely to Leroy. Josh realizes Ramondy is only a front man and lacks the power to run Osiris. He decides to find the true leader behind the syndicate, the one responsible for the murders.
That's nothing to me.
You work for him.
I'd advise you to keep out of that.
Now say something, Carl.
Try his #1 girl.
Sally Tennant?
She's his star hooker.
Josh begins his investigation at a brothel frequented by Ramondy, forcing one of the girls to reveal that a man named DiBiase may know who Ramondy's boss is.
A guy named Ron DiBiase.
Josh breaks into DiBiase's apartment and coerces him into revealing the truth. The real leader of Osiris is an aging, retired crime lord named Simon Koo, who is also secretly Ramondi's father. Meanwhile, Ramondi's men ambush Leroy's warehouse. Leroy fights back but is overwhelmed and left fatally injured. Joy is kidnapped, and Josh's girlfriend is assaulted and killed. When Josh returns and discovers the carnage, he is devastated and enraged. Donning in a military uniform, he infiltrates Ramondi's restaurant, but one guard confronts him in the restroom.
Who's that guy? I'm gonna check him out. Talking to you, this is the exec.
What you used on David?
Yeah, sucker.
Josh violently beats him and interrogates his colleague, learning that Joy is being held on Ramondi's private yacht. Josh battles through more thugs but is stopped by Detective Chen, who works with an international task force targeting organized crime. Now on Josh's side, Chen urges him to wait until daylight to avoid a suicidal assault. The next day at the shipyard, Josh and Chen storm the yacht, killing Ramondi's men in a fierce battle. Chen is wounded during the fight, but Josh presses on.
When you want something done right, Mr. Randall, often you must do it yourself.
Give it up, Ramondi.
Ramondi is ultimately killed when his neck becomes tangled in a rope and snaps during a fall. Josh leaves Joy with the wounded detective and heads for Simon Koo's compound. Fighting his way inside, Josh confronts Koo and accuses him of destroying innocent lives. Koo coldly offers Josh a position in his organization, asking if Ramondi mentioned it. Josh replies that Ramondi did, right before he died. Furious, Koo orders his last guard to kill Joshua. The fight ends when a falling window frame drives a shard of broken glass into the thug's neck, killing him instantly. Josh then takes Koo into custody. Later, Detective Chen drops Josh and Joy near the harbor. He explains that the remaining members of Osiris will be deported, effectively dismantling the syndicate, and that Simon Koo will be committed to a mental institution, broken by his son's death. Chen also suggests that Josh consider joining the police force, to which Josh replies that he will think about it. As Chen leaves, Joy says she wants to rebuild the Lucky Dragon Casino and asks Josh to be her bodyguard. Subscribe for more dramas like this, and don't forget to like this video, it really helps the channel grow.